Thank you for your patience, everybody. Let's begin, shall we? I always start this off by going, hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing some Akatori, and this is a game that, we were asked to check out by the devs. I was planning on doing this yesterday, but unfortunately I had some computer scuff I had to deal with. Thanks, Windows 11. And I think I got it fixed. Because I tried everything, folks, to get the scuff from yesterday fixed. Because if I'm going to stream this, I want to do right by the devs. I want to showcase the game as silky smooth as possible, So, what I did was I changed a couple of my capture things. Like I had two Spout 2 captures going. Those might have been conflicting, so I changed one to a game capture. I also went and messed with a bunch of settings in OBS, such as making it constantly run as administrator, same with VTuber Studio, as well as I found out that even though you turn off optimized games for Windows, there's a secret extra thing in Windows 11 where you have to go, you know what? No, don't turn on game mode. Windows 11, my friends, the enemy to all streamers. But yes, welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. It's good to have you all here. Hope you all are doing well. Also, Captain Crazy, congrats on getting that first Madman Pax. And of course, you, Ender. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. We're going to get into the game because I was supposed to show this off for the devs yesterday. And you know what? I've done some tests, so it should work just fine. But yeah, welcome in. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. We're gonna hit new game because I don't want to put the devs off any longer. After all, fate is a comedy when seen from afar, and a tragedy when you stand at center. Which couldn't be any closer to the truth, let me tell you. Akatori. I wonder if that's supposed to be. I wonder what Akatori means, because I know Aka means red, and Tori is the same as those gates, so just maybe red gate? Alright. First things first, I noticed when I tried checking out this game a little bit off camera to make sure I had everything under control. B to skip. It does not work. If you hold it, doesn't. Oh. Okay, it's a hold to skip. We're not going to worry too much about the story right now because, we're here mostly for the gameplay. The way you move in this is you use the left thumbstick to move, which that is a cardinal sin for me whenever it comes to action platformers. But it is what it is, D-pad is whatever those three things up top are. And yada, 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 yada. So we're going to a little project for yourself? Hell yeah. X to attack, as we can see. Hit Y to talk. Ah, I see, Ender. I see. Don't know why, but I always feel better after I sit by guide stones. Rest at least to restore our health. And it takes a moment for that animation, which, makes sense. Have a little bit of an animation time there. Oh. Mako, are you okay? We were worried. The meditation helped. But Akatori's fury, there have been so many more Amber Storms lately. Anyway, there are soldiers here, and they must reach the Amber Castle as soon as possible. They're waiting for you in the square with the Master. And be careful. Bao has lost track of the beast again. I'm going. Oh, come on, Mako. The world won't come apart if you spared a few thank yous. To Amber with you. Off you go. Gotcha. Thank you kindly, Enda. Uppercut. Hold up and attack to uppercut enemy into the air. And then you can smack him. Air dash. Be in the air to dash. Oh. Just like that. Smack the enemy, get some amber. Down and jump to go through platforms. Down X to slam through platforms. Nice and simple. Now, folks, don't expect this to be a long stream because we are just taking a look at this game, and it is a demo. So this is probably going to be maybe 30 minutes to an hour at most. But I want to get a little bit of this shown off for y'all because, Ah, Redbird. Gotcha. Ah. I looked away for half a second, and a giant frog bit my ass. Okay, a little feedback for the devs. They could make that rest animation a little faster. Power swim. Be while in the water. All right. Alrighty then. We're just gonna keep on moving. Ba-doop. Ba-doop, 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 ba-doom. Billy Crystal. I do like the way the world looks, with the backgrounds being sort of PS1 styled in terms of, or I guess more PS2 styled. Ow, I wasn't paying attention. In the style of the graphics for this 2.5. Ow! Asshole. But we got the sort of RPG style sprites from that era as well. Health potions are used with the D-pad, and I have checked before, you cannot change your keybinds, you cannot use the D-pad to move. D-pad is purely for potions. You have to move with the left thumbstick. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is, you know? Gonna let those go up there. That could serve to be a little faster too. Because I wonder if I was to leave before that happened, would have, you know, not given me all the cash we earned right there. Hey Bash, welcome in, welcome in. A choice of having a cat with human face or a dog with human hands, what would you choose? Dog with human hands. I could get them to help me out. A face is one thing, but having human hands means they can help me out with some chores. There were many more adventures and drama after that, but we'll keep the mystery. Ah, so we're skipping ahead. Gotcha. This is where we jumped like monkeys, glided like dragons, and fought like tigers. Did you notice that I said we? Yes, I did. Oh, a merchant. So amber shards aren't just a fancy counter on the left. No discounts! Okay, we can buy a rage potion, a greater health potion, or a normal health potion. Honestly, let's just only buy a normal health potion. That's probably all we need. We'll get 2 more of those. There we go. Rest up here to get that full healage. Hell yeah. Can you imagine shenanigans dogs would get into with fully human hands? Oh, absolutely. Okay, I did not know we could cling onto walls like that. That's cool. Or maybe that's just because it was a ledge? Hold up, let me see. No, it's just walls in general. Okay, okay, I'm picking up what's putting down there. Okay, that enemy placement's a little mean. You might be able to dodge it, but that is a thing of, with how fast they fired, that... You're not really gonna be able to dodge it easily. That was just mean to be mean. What's this? Ah! B dodge and attack. Okay. Oh, it takes stamina to do that. Gotcha. We're learning, we're learning. Yeah, the game is really smooth. It is really smooth. I like the way the gameplay feels and looks. There are some things that could be touched upon, but you know what game couldn't be touched upon a little bit whenever it's still just in demo phase, you know? After all, this is the earliest build from what the devs have told me, so. Glider. At long distance, was it right trigger or left trigger? It's left trigger. Okay. Let's get gliding, shall we? Down we go, wearing our tight pajamas, flying high, we're free as the wind. Alright. Ooh. Bend, jump! Oh god, that jumps real far. Oh, I don't want to go that way. Okay. Gotcha, gotcha. Ah, a meditation stone. Alright, this'll work, this'll work. Yeah, this game is pretty nice. I like how it is. I love the fact that it's 2.5D. I love a good 2.5D adventure. You know? You would love a new Shinobi game released last year? I wanted to play that so bad, but funds. It was either get a new PC or buy game. And let's be real, new PC was probably the better call. Especially now with how prices on everything have gone up. Can't break that. Probably could break that. Or not. Okay. Well, in that case, we're gonna go back and we're gonna go up. Let's go up a little bit, see what they've got planned here, because they've got a really nice style for this. I do think one thing they could do, though, is they've got nice shaders and everything on the background. But what they could use is the character sprites could use some shaders on them. You know, like some lighting effects. I'm not saying a lot, just some lighting effects on the character sprites. Because right now, the background feels really natural, but the sprites up front feel a little out of place. You know? Wow. Okay. That was a bad place for me to heal. Let's try that. Alright, we're just gonna ignore the sniper there. Ignore Sniper Joe. I'm gonna heal again. Okay, so... that is... okay, so the dodge does nothing in certain areas, because we didn't even do an actual dodge when I hit the dodge button. We barely took one step back, so that's a little thing they might want to worry about, which is colliders for the dodge. Colliders for the dodge. It needs to always send the player a set distance. As well as maybe making it clear whenever enemies are going to have iframes and when they're not iframes, but hyper armor and when they're not going to have hyper armor. Because right now, there's been a lot of times where I've hit the enemies and sometimes they'll stagger them, but sometimes it gives them hyper armor. And I can't really tell when it's going to be which. You know? Okay, like this guy, for example. He's doing that. See, he was about to attack anyway, even though we were attacking him, so his hyper armor wasn't there. His hyper armor was there. Needs some more tells. Some more tells. But so far, it's pretty good. Pretty good. I do like that the respawn animation was really quick, too. Oh. Ooh, money. There we go. I did notice whenever we died, we got our 3 healing potions back, so I'm guessing each checkpoint counts as an actual save, not just a checkpoint. So it'll save your actual progress there, which is a nice touch. Means that you don't have to grind as much if you're needing potions. Okay, that needs to change. There was no time to react to that gunshot at all. I landed up here and then blast. That needs to change. 100%. There needs to be an animation to show that the enemy is about to attack. We'll buy a greater health potion. Because those gunmen, I like the idea of gunmen enemies. It makes sense. But you gotta have the animations to show that the attack is gonna happen, you know? Ooh, what's this? Oh, okay. The jumps are a little floaty. They could be a little tighter. Throw staff. Okay. And staff pool. Okay, okay. We're gonna put it down. Also, I noticed this. Yeet. All right, well, that gets us there. Let's explore around here a little bit more, though. After all, we only just got in this area. We should explore a little bit. See, that's the sniper gunman enemy is done well because they have an animation for him as to, you know, when he's going to attack and when he's not. They have something there. Oop, wrong direction. So having just a tell of some sort, that's good. The other, this one right here though, they do not have a tell. It is just automatically fired. Hey, Donut Thing, welcome in, welcome in. Am I winning? Absolutely, we're doing pretty good here today, if I do say so myself. Okay, nothing there. Doesn't seem to be anything under the water. Oh. Ow! Okay, I don't know how he hit me there, but alright. Okay then, so what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna again talk about how those things need more of a wind-up animation. Just straight up, those things need more of a wind-up animation. Alright. I bought a normal health potion instead of a greater one. Whoops. Alright. Let's see here. Let's see. Alright. Well, guess really the only thing for us to do is go through this gate. What's that up in the sky? Alright, we'll figure it out later. Okay, that's a nice looking design for a gate there. What could be down there? It's not a huge serpent, is it? I mean, judging by this, I would assume probably. Yeah, this game does look cool. Ah, crap, we gotta do something underwater. Man. Pardon? Okay. So here's a little problem I have with this right here. We have an oxygen meter, which is also our stamina bar. Which you'll notice here soon as to why that's a problem here. See, it's going down. If it goes down all the way, we take a lot of damage. However, in order to breathe, we have to go above. And we have to be above for a good while. We have to actually wait and sit still. That adds some challenge yet, but with how slowly it refills, that needs to refill faster. The oxygen meter. Ow. Ow. I do like the platforming. The platforming is nice. There's definitely some things that could be tweaked, though. Again, it is the earliest build of the game, though, so we expect it to need some tweaking. You know? Okay. No. Okay. I felt like I didn't touch the ground at all there. I know I did touch the ground, but the thing of, in general, I felt like I didn't have any control on where I was right there. And that was just cheap. That was just cheap. Alright. Again, early build though, they're gonna have to get their feet wet. So on and so forth, you know. So we're taking a look at this, we're giving feedback. It may not always be happy feedback, but it is feedback, which is what they need to make sure this game is as good as it can be. Another thing I noticed that they really should do is they need to make sure that this game doesn't launch with an uncapped frame rate. Because that was a thing with this game, and that can cause performance issues. So really, this game right here doesn't need more than 60 frames a second. Let's be real. It's a... Okay. It didn't want to grab the wall that time. I don't know why, but alright. So there are some things that could be fixed. Overall, though, this game looks amazing. And it feels all right to play. There's just some tweaks that could be done here and there. You know? Enjoy your look there, Lich. Appreciate you being here. Like that right there. That right there. I tried to land on the platform, and before I even landed, it started falling. If you're gonna make it like that, where you have to land on the platform and jump off of it, you gotta let the player actually land on the platform. So they should make it to where that doesn't trigger the fall until the player touches it. Ow. All this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle seaweed. Oof. Because I can tell you now, this game looks amazing, but it needs a little bit of polish. A little bit of polish. Graphically, I think it's there. Graphically, I think it's there. Could use a few shaders on the character sprites. Like maybe, and I know they're worried about the character sprites blending into the background, which I understand, but an easy way to solve that is to give them a little bit of an outline or an outer glow. See, like that right there. I almost didn't make it across that because that platform fell out before we could even land. That's a tweak that needs to be changed and added in. Ow. All right. Oh, don't fall for the beginner's trap this time. Because make no mistake, that is just a beginner's trap right there. That is a cool chase sequence, though. Mark my words, that is a cool chase sequence. And hey, Nibnob, welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. All right. Ow. Yeah. Ah. Hey, Drugson. Welcome in, welcome in. Now, folks, I don't know how much longer we're going to be going because I don't know how much longer is left in this game's demo, you know? But we will do a little bit of finishing thoughts afterwards. We will do that. Oh, that just brings me back here. Why would I want to go back here? No, just die and take me back to the save point. That was weird. All right, so don't know why we'd ever want to go back there, but it is what it is, you know? All right, I'm gonna grab stamina potion, maybe? Couple of them. I wonder how many little girls make up his daily menu. Please don't phrase it like that. Please don't phrase it like that.
Rabbit!
Exactly. And Gia and Janai GG, thanks so much for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome in, welcome in. We had to brutally kill that snake afterwards, but I'll tell you about another battle. They keep on... I will say the demo, they should have it be a vertical slice, not little sections that are, you know, split up like this. They should have it be more of a vertical slice. So scary here that you just want to punch someone. Oh no, I could get comfy here. Oh. Okay, now they're having us do combat stuff. Gotcha. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lordy. Okay, so... Alright. Okay. We have to deal with a giant bee wasp creature. Understood. Oh. With ooh. with explosives that would probably even make a grown man cry if they hit. All right. Okay, let's get rid of these guys before they could cause a problem. You know, like that. Okay, so I thought throwing... They need to make it to where that staff throw actually is an attack, because right there, I thought it was going to do damage when it did not. See, like, that should do damage. That should do damage. All in all, I see the vision with what they're going... Okay, that time we got forward momentum whenever we were moving with the attack. Interesting. That was brand new. It's not magnetized onto enemies like that until now. Huh. Okay. Heal. There we go. It's dead. Treasure. Want to know the details of our incredible story? The sacred steam knows where to find us. Okay, that's funny. I'm not gonna lie. The sacred steam allows you to add the game to your wish list. Oh, okay, okay. But that's not cool. Do not open a browser tab whenever that happens. Devs, don't do that. Don't do that. All right. Well, that, my friends, was Akatori. That was the demo that we were here to check out for the devs. All right. Time for final thoughts. Final thoughts so far on this early build. Yeah. Okay. So, graphically, I love the way the backgrounds look and are rendered. That's perfectly fine. That can stay the way it is. However, as I mentioned before, the characters, they need either some shading added to them or something like that to help them blend into the world a little more. Because right now they just sort of stick out. You know, they don't feel like they're actually part of it. And a little bit of shading from the world would help with that. And again, if they're worried about, you know, the characters blending in too much, what they could do is just, you know, go ahead and add a little bit of an outline or an outer glow. That way you always know where the character is. Hell, even a little bit of a drop shadow on the outside. That would help too. You know, just something like that. Now, I will say, I did notice while playing that it does have an issue with getting a little GPU intensive with the amount of particle effects it has, and I run a 5070 Ti, and it was getting GPU intensive. I had, because whenever I do these Let's Look Ats, or First Impressions, whatever you want to call them, I always have Task Manager open to see what it does. The amount of particle effects could be dialed back. They could, just a little bit. They don't have to be dialed back too much, but just a bit. And I think this is running on Unity, so just a little bit more optimization on that end right there. Maybe some graphical options to go ahead and say, hey, we could have the max particle effects, high particle effects, medium, so on and so forth. That would be nice to have. Again, in the settings, because I had to do this on my own, in the settings, I had to go and turn the frame rate limit to 60 myself. It started all the way at uncapped, or around 240. I can't remember which, but it was like that. As you can see, resolution was fine. All this stuff right here, this is fine. But I will say there are some things that could be done. Music, I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember any music from this. Period. The music needs to be changed around a little bit. Needs to feel more adventurous. I know they're going for that atmospheric feel, but doesn't mean that you can't have some memorable beats to go along with it. You can get that atmosphere while having some memorable beats. Castlevania has proven this, Metroid has proven this. It can be done. So a little bit of a touch up on the music would be a good idea. And then enemies, like some enemy placements, like those gunner enemies. the ones that were snipers that had the line that showed whenever they were getting ready to attack, that was one thing. Those were fine. But the enemy placements of just the basic gunmen that pull their gun up and shoot within less than half a second, to where you don't where with their placement and where you have to go and stand, you don't have a chance to dodge or maneuver around it. That could be changed around a bit, as well as making it a little bit more clear as to when enemies are going to have hyper armor or when you're going to stagger them with your attacks. There's a few, as I said, this is the earliest build, so I'm being as blunt as I can, because this game, it has a lot of promise. I played through the entire demo here. If I didn't think it had promise, I want to play through the entire demo. You know? So, there's a lot to look forward to here. It looks really nice. I do think they should update the demo to where instead of it being, you know, these little chunks that you warp in between. I get that they did it to have a sense of humor with the whole thing of, well, look, we did this, that, and the other, but that'll be another time. We'll show you that another time. No. You take one segment. You take a segment and make that the whole demo. Like, say if it was the part leading up to the snake fight. I don't know if that's the first boss fight or what, but let's say the snake is the first boss fight. Give the player all the abilities of that point and have them go into the area where they're exploring around to where they get to the boss fight, do that boss fight, get there, and then as the snake roars or something like that before going and, you know, attacking before the boss fight would actually fully begin, then you cut and say to be continued, wish list on Steam. That would be more better, because then you get more of a solid grasp as to what's going on with the game. Because as to right now, all I know is that it's a game, it has combat and some platforming. I don't really know anything about what's going on with this game from this demo. But I know there's promise, I know they have a vision, they just need to make that a little more clear. So yeah, that said, that's my feedback for the devs, and I do hope that they take it to heart, because I'm saying this because I enjoy what they got here. I really do. But in order to make a game come out and be as good as it can be, you know, sometimes you gotta scramble a few eggs, just means being a little bit more blunt than you might otherwise be. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up here by saying thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please consider that follow button, helps quite a bit. And if you're watching this on YouTube, consider that like button, helps a lot more than you know. Do stick around for the raid if you would, I would greatly appreciate it. We will probably be back later for another stream, as this was rather short, and I want to get some more stream time in there. But until then, folks, have a great day.